Welcome back to my channel. Today I will teach you how to make all three of the products that I use for my maximum hydration method. That will be the Rhassoul Clay mixture, the baking soda clarifying mixture, as well as a leave-in conditioner. So stay tuned and watch all of those steps, and I'll see you when we're done. As you can see, I have my counter divided into three stations. On the left, we have clarify. In the middle, we have clay. On the right, I have condition. You will need a squeeze bottle, baking soda, conditioner. You'll need a medium-sized bowl, silicone spoon, squeeze bottle, Rhassoul clay, essential oils, a funnel, a measuring cup, distilled water, an empty conditioner bottle, and conditioner. Let's start with our first station, the conditioner. This will be the easiest. All we're actually doing here is adding distilled water to the conditioner. We are going to use a conditioner from the approved product list from Maximum Hydration Methods website. So I chose Kinky Curly Not Today. So what I will do is I will place a little bit of Kinky Curly Not Today into the empty conditioner bottle, and then I will simply add distilled water. You just want to make sure that you thin out the conditioner. We're not just trying to be cheap here or anything. The low porosity hair does not receive moisture that well, so you almost have to make all the molecules of your products smaller than what the average person can receive. So if someone else's hair can just receive this same conditioner straight out the bottle, great, but low porosity hair has a hard time, so we're going to make it smaller. Just imagine you're feeding a baby. You have to mash their food up. So that's what we're doing here. We're adding the water so that it will be a smaller molecule for our hair to receive the product. Okay, and so I think we're done here. I'm putting the cap on. I'm just going to shake it up, and that's it. You just want to thin it out. And actually this conditioner is really thick and a little goes a long way, so your original bottle will last you forever. Next station, the clay. I'm opening up my Rhassoul clay. I'm going to pour it into the measuring cup. You don't have to actually measure this out. I simply use a measuring cup to make sure I don't go over a certain amount. I'm using a 16-ounce squeeze bottle for this step, and I know that this 1 cup measuring cup will keep me from overflowing that bottle. So I'm going to get my distilled water, pour a little bit in the bottom, and I'm going to gradually add the clay until you get the consistency that you're looking for. We want a chocolate pudding consistency here, guys, okay? We want it thick enough to coat the hair while we're standing in the shower, but we want it thin enough to come out of the squeeze bottle. A little tip, if you notice, I was fanning away the dust. This is very finely milled, and I didn't realize it when I first made a batch. That it will literally get into your airwaves as you're breathing. So I almost recommend that you wear a face mask for this step. I didn't have one on today, but I've probably just gotten quite used to it. But just keep your head back or wear a face mask. All you're going to do is keep adding alternating water and clay until it gets to the consistency that you like, and just keep stirring. I'm going to stir until it looks like chocolate pudding. I'm showing the camera here. Scrape down the sides, scrape off the spoon. This is my secret sauce, so I really want this mixture to be perfect for when I hop in the shower. Essential oils, that's just something you can add for fragrance. It is not required. This just has a very earthy smell. I mean, it's clay. It's essentially dirt, guys. But it just has such a strong earthy smell, and since I make such a large batch of it and it's going to sit in my shower for a few weeks, it just keeps it from getting stronger and stronger of an earthy smell. So adding in essential oils just really makes it more of a pleasant experience while you're in the shower. Okay, so I'm taking off the cap of my squeeze bottle. Yes, there's still some left in there. I do not waste a drop. You're going to see in a minute that I make sure I get every drop of all of these products. Some of them are quite expensive. Kinky Curly Knot today can be, about $12 for that 8-ounce bottle. So I'm not going to waste any of that. Also not going to waste the clay. It costs a lot to ship from the wholesaler. I order mine from a wholesaler. So you get your funnel. You're going to put it in your funnel to get it into the squeeze bottle. And you're going to try to finagle it down into the bottle. I find that if you squeeze the bottle and allow it to sort of suction it down in, it makes it a little bit easier. So that's all I'm doing here. I'm just tapping the bottle onto the counter to try to just force and nudge the pudding consistency down into the funnel so that I can get it into my bottle. So you don't necessarily have to have a measuring cup here, guys. My squeeze bottle is 16 ounces, so I already know that roughly a cup of clay and a cup and a fourth of distilled water will fill up this bottle to the top. So you're going to want to use whatever measurements apply to your size squeeze bottle. The essential oils that I happened to choose was lemon. Sometimes I'll choose an orange scent or a peppermint scent, but I'm using lemon today. That's really just a personal preference. Use whatever fragrance you like. Trying to get the last drop again. I am not going to waste any of this, although this pound bag of clay only costs $10. The shipping and handling can get quite expensive, so I certainly am not fond of wasting any drop of this product. And I have such thick long hair that a pound of clay will last me about a month, since I use it about every 3 days on my hair. So if that gives you a gauge, if you have thick long hair like me, then this pound bag will last you at least a month. So now I'm scraping the funnel with my finger and putting it inside the bottle. Again, I will not waste a drop. If I had spilled it on the counter, I would have scooped it up, honey. So once you finish finagling every single drop, you're just going to put the cap back on, check the consistency. If it's too thick, add a little bit more water to your squeeze bottle. Again, you're not focusing on measurements here. You're just trying to get the consistency that will coat your hair without sliding off in the shower, but you also don't want it to be so thick that you can't squeeze it out of the bottle either, okay? So what I like to do is if I accidentally make too much, I just use it as a facial treatment. This is just, this is just clay that you can use on your skin. So I'm gonna quickly rinse my fingers and we're gonna go to the last station, our baking soda. This is for the clarifying step. Again, pick a conditioner off of their approved list on the Maximum Hydration Method website. Open up your squeeze bottle. You definitely want to pay attention to measurements with this one. I would not recommend over 1 teaspoon or 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Mine was kind of clumpy. I used a box of baking soda from the refrigerator, the one that you use to keep your refrigerator smelling fresh. So I stole it from the refrigerator, and so it was a little clumpy. But anyway, as you can see, my funnel's dirty, so I decided to use my hands to funnel the baking soda into the squeeze bottle. And then, of course, after the fact, I decided to rinse it. So what we're going to focus on here is distilled water, conditioner, and baking soda. Again, very simple. We're just diluting the conditioner once again because low porosity hair has a hard time absorbing products with larger molecules. And that's it. Just those 3 things. Once you can get it through your funnel, I noticed that these conditioners are so thick that I had to really finagle the product down into the squeeze bottles. Again, I'm using a squeeze and suction motion here to make that happen. And then you're going to add your distilled water. Oh, distilled water is very important. You do not want to use tap water, and I also wouldn't use bottled water. Distilled water has absolutely no trace minerals in it, and if we're going to be nudging the follicles of our hair open in order to force moisture in there, we do not want to accidentally push metals into our hair as well. So I want you to use as pure of a water that you possibly can. So I definitely recommend, or at least the Maximum Hydration Method website recommends distilled water. So I always keep a gallon on hand and just leave it in my pantry. And there you have it. You give it a good shake, and that step or that batch is created. And there you have it, all 3 batches. I want you to put these in your shower. These are going to be used to clarify, clay, and condition. Okay guys, I hope you learned something new. I've made all of the products that we're going to be using. I want you to put those in your shower, and then I want you to also check out my videos, steps 1, 2, and 3. They're divided into 3 separate videos, so check all 3 of those out, but you're going to need those products when you follow along with those videos, okay? Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.